There are football matches, and then there are José Mourinho matches. Because wherever José Mourinho stands on the touchline, football stops being a game. It becomes a story, a war of minds, a theater of belief. This night at the Estadio da Luz wasn't just Benfica versus Real Madrid. It was José Mourinho versus destiny. A man who built his legacy on moments like this: chaos, pressure, and decisions made when everyone else is afraid to blink. Benfica were winning. The crowd was loud. Madrid were shaken. But deep inside the dugout, something felt wrong. Then it came. A whisper. A message passed late. A brutal truth. Benfica needed one more goal.
When I make the changes, the last changes, Ivanovic and Antonio Silva, I was told is enough. So let's close the door. When I make the changes a few seconds later, they tell me we need one more goal.
Because somewhere else in Europe, Marseille had lost, and suddenly a 3-2 win wasn't enough. Think about that. You're beating Real Madrid. You think you've done enough. And football tells you at the last breath, no, not yet. This is where most teams panic. This is where most managers freeze. But José Mourinho doesn't freeze. He calculates. Mourinho has lived in moments like this his entire life. Porto in 2004, Inter at Camp Nou, Chelsea under siege, Roma in Europe. He understands something others don't. Football doesn't reward comfort. It rewards courage. He looks at the clock. He looks at the bench. He looks at the pitch. And then, he does something insane. Send him up. The goalkeeper. Let that sink in. Not desperation, not madness, belief. A belief that football sometimes writes poetry, but only if you dare to give it a pen. The goalkeeper walks forward. The stadium holds its breath. Real Madrid look confused. History leans closer. If you love football stories like this, like the video, and subscribe right now. Free kick. Final seconds. No margin for error. The ball is delivered, and then, boom, a header from the goalkeeper. In the 98th minute, the net explodes. The stadium erupts. The impossible becomes real. Benfica 4, Real Madrid 2. A goalkeeper scores. A season is saved. A fairy tale is born. And José Mourinho, he ran, he screamed, he smiles, because he's seen this movie before. That goal didn't just win a match, it rewrote fate. Benfica qualified. Real Madrid are dragged into playoffs, Europe is stunned, and football remembers why it loves chaos. This wasn't luck. This was an accident. This was Mourinho football, where belief beats logic, where courage humiliates certainty, where legends are made in the final seconds. Comment below if you think this is one of the craziest endings in football history. Years from now, people won't remember the stats. They'll remember the story. The night Benfica needed one more goal. The night Marseille's result changed everything. The night a goalkeeper flew into history. And standing in the middle of it all, as always, José Mourinho, football's greatest storyteller, still writing chapters no one else dares to imagine. Keep following us for more exciting football stories.